Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Let me welcome you in here to my first class lounge at Queenstown? Yeah, we're in Queenstown. Queenstown. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Queenstown Airport here in New Zealand. The Innie builds Queenstown, which, by the way, I'll be rolling the giveaway today. So if somebody did win a Queenstown scenery, we'll run that in cruise. Remind me if I forget. I won't forget. Shouldn't. But we'll take care of that in cruise. Somebody will be winning a lovely scenery here for Queenstown. I got to say, this airport it's sweet. Never flown out here. I see why everybody loves it. I see why everyone's been raving about flying in New Zealand because it is fantastic. Today is going to be a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed. Yesterday was hardcore, man. We did a lot of flying. We did a lot of crashing. We did a lot of systems testing. But today we're going to sit back. We're going to get back into our old groove of the Australia-New Zealand tour. We're going to fly this puppy up to Wellington, and it should be a scenic flight. One thing I did notice, and somebody said here that there's no weather in New Zealand loading in the simulator, and I'm starting to think that's true because every time I load in, it's just not a single cloud in the sky. Is that a thing? And the METARs, all the METARs in New Zealand show no weather available, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, Caleb, good to see you. V2 plus 10's in the house. A Flight Dispatch, the Speedbird himself, good to see you. Wingnut is also here. Wingnut, good to see you. You're at home sick. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully you get better. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Nothing serious. Something's been going around though, especially here in Georgia, because everyone's coughing and hacking. And my little girl got it first, and then we all got it, and it took a long time to recover, but we're back at it. Thanks for tuning in. Thrustset, good to see you. Ali, Sammy's in the house. Jet Kid 1230, Stephen Hayner, at Team Vodka on the ramp at the south end. Good deal. We'll get to it. We're gonna fire this puppy up and get out of here. EQ, good to see you. James Johnson, good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's pan around here. We're loading up. Looks like there's an all black Kiwi over here ready to load up. Isn't that cool though? Man, I really want to go to this airport in real life. Where are the doors? Oh yeah, so right here you'd probably come out these doors and they take you out here. Follow the blue path. Some rendition of this, probably move these carts. Come on up here. Into the airplane we shall go. How neat is that, huh? Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Sounds like what's going on in my house right now to Aviator. Yeah, I don't know what it was, man, but it's been a little... Oh! A speedbed has been sighted. Speedbed. Speedbirds in chat? Speedbed? Speedbed? Speedbed. We have a speedbird here in New Zealand. One thing that I did want to let y'all know, yesterday after some exquisite testing, or that's what I'm looking for. Extensive testing. After some extensive testing yesterday in the 320, I think I have finally nailed down my side stick settings. Now, I posted a picture in the Discord. They are pinned in the Discord under the Fenix if you'd like them. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm running everything linear, and I'll just show you here real quick. Everything linear. But if you guys notice, when we were landing in like 30-knot crosswinds, we were trying to figure out why I was getting the secondary pitch-up moment when the reversers and spoilers deployed. And it was me having a habit of trying to catch the nose from crashing down, and because that's like a real world thing. If you just let go of the stick, the nose crashes down, and FOs do it, captains do it. It's one of my things. I'm like, don't let the nose crash. Just nice and easy. Fly the nose down. Always fly the nose down. And I found out that I left everything linear, but what I did here is I just knocked my reactivity back to 85%. And all that reactivity does, it basically simulates a control input lag from your side stick or your peripherals into the sim. And your experience may vary, but from what I can tell, I'm still able now with this setting to kind of fly that nose down without getting that existential pitch up. So those are my new settings, and my rudder pedals are basically straight linear. So rudder control is fantastic. I mean, if you guys remember, before in the version 1, you couldn't land this airplane in a crosswind component greater than about 24 knots. You hit 20 knots, it was tough. 24, 25 knots, you literally had no lateral control post touchdown. We went off into the dirt, we went off into the ocean, but yesterday we put it down dead on the center line, no issues, 30 knots direct crosswind. So if you can't do it, then you know what, that's what I like to say around here. We've got a little skill issue we got to work on, but it can be done. So great job on Fenix by fixing that, because that was huge. That was really I wouldn't say groundbreaking, but man, if you had a tough crosswind, it was nothing like ruining a whole flight by not being able to control the airplane after touchdown. So that's been completely fixed, at least in my experience here. So good deal. Let's get this thing. Were the muffins good? Kyle Ferris, you want to know something really sad, chat? So yesterday, during our crosswind testing, I was supposed to go home early, make muffins with the girls. They fell asleep waiting for Daddy to come home. Spent too much time on stream. They were asleep. Put them to bed, carried them upstairs. So we're doing muffins tonight. That's why stream is early. It's at 1:30. Excuse me. We're streaming at 1:30. We're just doing one leg because I gotta go home, and we're doing muffins tonight. So Team Vodka says I'm on real time. It'll be dawn about takeoff. Yes, Team Vodka. I fast forwarded my sim 11 hours because we've been doing a lot of dawn departures. Because it is dawn real time, but I basically fast forwarded another 12 hours, 11 hours, because I figured let's do a little sunset this time. We've been doing a lot of dawn stuff. I get it. It's cool. I actually really enjoy it, but I kind of want to do a little sunset on this operation. So, which tiller to buy if the Cat 3 design is out of stock? Nicholas, I am not aware of other mass-produced tillers or any other tillers on right now. I'm sure there's some. I know there's a few floating around, but I have no recommendation because I don't have any knowledge behind that. So maybe someone in chat has an idea for you. I know there's a couple people in the Discord, in the V1 Discord, that have picked up a few tillers as well. So from various places. But if Cat 3 Design is out not making them, then that's unfortunate because they are awesome. All right. Yeah, it's pitch black at 5:30 in New Zealand. Rip my sleep. James Minton, welcome. Good to have you on board. I think it's time we fire up this airplane. We're going to go nice and slow, by the book today. We can relax. No more beating the airplane up. Let's just have ourselves a day, right? We got good battery voltages in there. We're going to go 1, going to go 2 on the batteries. Power it up. Sim sounds are wonderful. External power is coming online. Let's let the airplane come to life. The cockpit is just, I love it. I guess they did do some texture cleanup. Here's my only, not even a criticism, but like a wish list item. When they make the 319, because we know they're making it, they've announced it. I hope they bring back some of that grime. Give me the dirtiest, grimiest 319 cockpit you can do without killing all my FPS, because that original Fenix version that dropped, I swear that was like an old, I mean, basically an old 320 US Airways is what it reminded me of too. But 319, I hope we don't go pristine on the 319. Anyway. The real fake pilot is back. Hasso, good to see you, man. Welcome. We are making the banana nut muffins? Banana nut muffins and zucchini muffins. Yeah. Banana nut and zucchini muffins. All right, airplane is powered on up. Let's come down here. We'll kind of do the first officer's flow for him. Since Wingnut is feeling sick today, we'll do the hydraulics, make sure we got that. We got our pressurization is in the auto position. Engine hydraulics, we got 19 quarts of oil. That looks good. Everything else looks good. Parking brake. Ooh, flap handle is not in the agreed position. Let's go ahead and put that up. Engine start masters are not in the agreed position. This is why you do a flow here. This is why you do a first officer flow. Off, off. Let's make sure the landing gear lever is down. Landing gear lever is down. Let's get this up. Beds are off. Everything else looks good. Circuit breaker check. Let's head outside and go do our thing. Now, do we have the... it's Fenix. Of course we do. There's our rain repellent up there. They have a mirror up here. Does this open? Oh, I want a refund. Can't open the secret cockpit door here where we keep all of our paper for the printer and a couple other secret items. But, okay, that looks good. Let's come down to the McDo. Let's get things rocking and rolling here. We'll go straight into initialization, do an IRS init request here. Robert S., thank you for gifting a membership. Who picked it up? Laser Shark, you owe Robert S. a debt of gratitude for getting you a membership this month, Robert S. Very kind of you. Thank you for that gifted membership for Laser Shark, Robert S. Appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out with us here today on this stream. Up to Wellington. ATR is heartbroken. Hey, wow, phone call. Potential spam.
Down traffic, Douglas, Zulu, Kilo, Romeo, Charlie, Lima. We're taxiing out to runway 5.
Blocked.
And Queenstown traffic, Romeo, Charlie, Lima. We're going to be taxiing out to runway 5 here at Queenstown.
Blocked. ATR, we will be in the ATR soon enough, I promise you. I know you wanted to see ATR. I want to see it too, but I just wanted, I'm kind of on an RNP itch right now, you know? I want to do some more RNP stuff, so let's do some RNP stuff. We are Air New Zealand 357. Let's get back on here. I was getting distracted. Cost index, we'll do 55. Cruise flight level, we filed, according to SimBrief, 35,000 feet. That's going in right here. Everything else looks good. IRS and it. We have to do our overhead thing, so let's go ahead and get ahead of ourselves here. Ground control, cruise supply, ground control, CVR test. Real fake pilot here, getting ahead of myself. There it is, Captain Purse, put that in Captain, 1, 2, and 3. Oh no, he turned them on out of order. It's gonna break the whole system. Should be just fine. Let's go status, TTO to line 8, that looks good. We'll go auto, nav position 1. Off auto, RMU, landing elevation is an auto. We're gonna have to do some, maybe we'll mess with this today. I tell you what, let's do a, since we have new sounds, let's do a crossbleed start today. Should we do a crossbleed? We'll do a crossbleed start today. Everything else looks good on the overhead. We'll do a fire test 1. Hey, Aaron, good to see you, man. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you saw, but I had a tough choice today in Costco looking at butter. I could get the Irish butter or I could get the New Zealand butter. I went with the New Zealand butter. All right, everything else looks good down there. All right, let's start chugging away at our flight plan. I've been told that the 2-3 departure is the juice, right? So we're doing 2-3 departure. The ANOP 3 Alpha, I believe, is what we're on. ANOP 3 Bravo. So, yeah, ANOP 3 Bravo. And that's going to go out to Apnov, which is not there. All right, let's take a look at this chart. So what I was looking at here is I don't know if it's the same.
Traffic, Douglas, Romeo, Charlie, Lima, back taxiing, runway 5.
And Pove. What are my fixes that I have in the box? Timjo and Salva. I guess we'll take it out to Timjo. Yeah, Timjo is what we want. It is Timjo. So this is our departure procedure. Looks absolutely spicy. Timjo, that's going to go in the box. We'll insert that. Now for Wellington, you guys tell me what is the juiciest arrival for Wellington? Let me know in chat. Let's take a look at it here in the charts while you guys argue over that one. So let's go back to Navigraph and let's go to arrivals for
Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 218 is
all right, so for the arrival, I have the app pod or AV pod. So the arrivals aren't all that juice, but the approaches are more juice. So let's come down here. We can do, I want to do an RNAV. We can do RNP Zulu 16. Fubar, welcome to the stream. Fubar, remind me. Dude, I totally forgot. I forgot to put the things in. We're going to do it in cruise today. Remind me, Fubar. I got to put in our new emojis. Shaq Oatmeal, good to see you, man. He says, just got my written test results back. They're negative. Just kidding, Shaq. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Good deal, Shaq. Hey, you're just chugging along, man. Chugging along. You're going to be flying those Embraers in no time, my friend. You're going to be flying those Embraers in no time, Shaq. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream, man. All right. RNAV Zulu 16. Didn't look all that fun. RNP X-Ray 16. Oh, yeah. Off Dorbu. I think that's what we're doing. We're going to do the RNP X-Ray off of the Dorbu transition. So, if I want to do that, this is where I'm going to kind of get away from my SimBrief flight plan here. I'm going to hijack it. I guess this takes us to Dorbu right here. We'll do the AVPod. AVPod to Dorbu. And they had us on the wards. Does the wards even... Oh, yeah, wards. No, but we want to go to Dorbu. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do this one here. No. Let's go here. We're going to do the RNAV X-Ray. X-Ray or Zulu? RNAV X-Ray?
Yeah. Traffic, Douglas, Romeo, Charlie.
X-Ray.
VFR departure, north, Queenstown.
Queenstown traffic,
Wards 3D.
Is
approach via Dorbu.
About 9 miles out.
Insert.
RNAV Zulu 23, Queenstown.
All right, we got someone on file. We can take a look. All right, let's do this. We'll step through. Oh, that looks perfect. Back to arc mode, down to 10 miles. VOR is coming on. That looks good. Prog, perf, and NIT B. We'll deal with that in a second. I think we can go ahead and recall the boarding process to start.
Boarding requested. Do you want to board crew?
Nope, everybody's on board.
Passengers bus is coming.
Who's landing? Oh, there's somebody right there. Somebody departing. Somebody else on final. Wow, look at the traffic out here today. Look at the traffic. Wards 3 Delta. Got it. Thank you. Cockpit looks more realistic. Yes, Brent, it definitely does. Definitely does. Other countries make butter? I just saw that, Aaron. How do you decide which version of RNAV to do? Gary, on stream, I literally picked the one that looks the most complex and it's going to be the most visually appealing for cinematic purposes. Real life, it will depend on a couple different factors. It will depend on what type of airplane you're flying, what type of equipment do you have on board, because depending on the approach, you may not be authorized to fly a particular approach, either an X-ray or maybe even a Zulu, depending on what type of RNAV equipment you're equipped with. So it kind of varies on several different things. The best way to go about it is I run it through SimBrief first. If you were like just trying to figure out which one to do, run it through SimBrief. Look what SimBrief gives you, and then if you're flying, like the Fenix, you can pretty much do any approach in the Fenix.
Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 218.
Oh, this guy's on final.
5 mile final. 23, Queenstown.
We're about to witness a mid-air collision over here. But it's really, yeah, it's very dependent on different factors. And then also the minimums will probably be different. So
Steven, move that ass.
there's going to be different minimums as well. Delta Heavy wide-bodied regional service in New Zealand. Why not, Delta Tango? Cinematic, exactly. Can the 350 land in Wellington? I don't know. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. We are starting to board. We've got a bunch of 320s here. It's a busy ramp. Man, look how busy the ramp is. We got this guy on final out here. Let's go take a look at this aircraft on final real quick. Let's zoom it in. Who's that coming down there? But yeah, the weather thing. I feel like there should be more weather. No weather? I am here for all cinematic purposes. You and me both. Daniel, hey, Captain, once we get up to cruise, could you dissect the NTSB 777 out of Hawaii? I haven't actually read the NTSB released report. What did the NTSB conclude in a short summary? What did they do? Was it distracted crew and flap retraction? Someone tell me the rough NTSB report. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't read the final report yet. I also just saw, because like I said, I still have, when I go home, because we had that lightning strike, no internet, nothing. I have no connection to the world, no cell service. So I haven't been able to see anything, but the whole Hawaii on fire, and also the, was it Air Cal or Cal Fire? 2 helicopters collided as well. The cause of the accident was that they weren't using an Airbus. Oh my gosh. Breakdown of CRM and delayed CFIT recovery. Captain called different flaps. Captain kept trying not to overspeed. Oh boy. Yeah, Mentor's probably doing a video on it right now. I can't wait. I downloaded Green Dot's video of that Singapore 747 when they took off on a closed runway. Oh my gosh, man. Can you imagine? That accident is scary. Ooh, that was firm. Hey, you might want to go back to the threshold. One of your main landing gear back there.
Bro, I was on the markers.
So a scary accident for me really was that Singapore 74, because that captain, super experienced, he was well aware of the threats, and they still had that tragic accident.
Guy again.
Oh no.
Every dot, single dot day. How can I get anything done when I have to watch you stream every day? Get a job.
Mike
man.
P, appreciate the bank angle check, man. Thank you, Mike P. Every single day. I know I'm getting tired. I guess we won't stream tomorrow because Mike P said he doesn't want to see me streaming tomorrow. Hey, I've got a job. It's not my fault. They dequalified me for the month, dude. So I'd be flying. I was supposed to be doing some Minneapolis flights this weekend. Some of my favorite day trips. I've been pulled off of those. I'm basically dequalified until recurrent sim. So you're going to be seeing a whole lot of me, Mike. Appreciate the $10 bank angle check, man. Hope you have a good one. And thanks for tuning in. And Robert S. got that super chat in there. €2 donation, man. Appreciate you. How do you like V2 so far? Final verdict already. Robert S. in my personal opinion, there is no reason to not upgrade to V2. I think everything they've done is a large step in the right direction. Like I said, the only thing that for me personally I'm really waiting for is a custom engine model, because yes, the engine fuel flows and thrust settings are not excuse me, are not 100%. You know, it's the best that they could do with the default engine model. So I don't even include that.
Right? They're like, you don't trigger a warning from the plane.
Yeah, something like that.
Perfect. We were 500.
They don't. I forgot where I was going now. I forgot where I was going. Anyway, Captain called for flaps 5, FO heard 15. Ouch. Wow. Blanco, yeah, I saw Blanco Lirio did a video. I haven't watched it yet. Dequalled, Aaron. So my enhanced envelope training, EET training, where we do all kinds of crazy stuff with the airplane. Apparently, so 2 years ago I did it. But then I ended up having to dequal 2 years ago because they didn't have a seat support available for the sim. So there was no FO available. He called out, and then there was no other instructor that could seat support. So it rolled my training like another 3 weeks, and then I got current. But now fast forward 2 years later, my training is scheduled for the end of the month, but I actually dequalled the first week of August. So there's like 3 weeks in the middle of August here where I can't legally fly an airplane. So they have to pull me from my trips. That's why you're going to see a whole lot of me. But yeah, I've got training. So we're going to be, when we do our check ride prep streams coming up here, it's going to be, I'm going to have to be serious hardcore. May even have to turn the chat off, because I'm not going to touch an airplane until I go into my recurrent. And this is my big one. This is basically another, I have to do another EET, have to do another maneuvers validation, and have to do another LOE. And an oral too. So we're going to get hardcore into the study towards the end of the month here. That explains all the crashes yesterday. Roberto, good to see you. Waiting for that push. Good to see you, Roberto. Hope all is well. Oh, pitch. App reviewer will. So what I've done, the only thing I've changed since yesterday's stream as far as sensitivity goes, and let me show you my config in here for null zones. I haven't really messed with them, but it's linear. All I did is I put 85% reactivity on the pitch. That's it. But everything else, these are my null zones, 2 and 6, and then everything is linear, and I have 85% reactivity on pitch, and that seemed to really help with everything else. So, all right. And when I say everything else, the only issue, I wouldn't even say issue, but the thing that I noticed that was a little surprising was a secondary pitch up moment after touchdown.
75 mover, I'm trying to push back.
And that was me trying to catch the nose after touchdown, and the airplane was like flaring, doing an extra flare in the sim. So adding that little reactivity got rid of that secondary pitch up for me. 133.5 and 30.7. 133.5 and 30.7. We need to get the APU fired up here too, so let's go ahead and do that. That's coming on. Oral test sounds scary. Nah, I mean, maybe your first type oral is always kind of sketchy, but because you don't know what you don't know, right? But I've been on the airplane long enough now that if I don't know it by now, then there's other issues at play. Watching with dinner, what could be a better? What could be better? Dougal, appreciate you. Welcome on board, Dougal. Do you have a yoke to match the Airbus? I have the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, which is a phenomenal piece of hardware as well. Kermel, when I start doing abnormals, especially single engine stuff, we're going to be in X-Plane 12, no doubt. And the TOLUS is the reason I really... There's multiple reasons why I prefer TOLUS for recurrent training, but one of them is the state saving, right? So if I want to do a V1 cut, I can save the situation, do a V1 cut, and then we can just hit escape and then reload the whole situation again instantaneously. So I don't have to stop, reload the sim, reload the box. So it makes for training very easy. Makes the training very easy to repeat in X-Plane. Roberto says, soon you will have the 787 throttle or 767. Ooh, Roberto. Yeah, 787 or 767 throttle from Throttletek. Chat, what should we do? 7.6 or 7.8? Roberto, I'd love to get my hands on one of those, my friend. I'd love to. Speaking of Throttletek cam, it's about time to fire it up. Why is our side stick cam not working? Hold on, give me a second. I know how to fix this. Actually, I think I do, but did I unplug the wrong one? I'll be really sad if I did. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Don't crash the sim, don't crash the sim. There we go. Hey, we're back. We are back, and Fly Live is back. Good deal. All right, we are all boarded up, ready to go. Let's get the APU bleed on. We'll go ahead and get that. Fueling is done. Let's go ahead and get these on. I'm a little bit behind here. We're just sitting back, looking at juicy stuff. Let's go here. Let's run a departure perf check. Make a poll. All right. Next throttle from Throttletek. What should it be? Should we do 787 or 767? I guess it'd be 76/75, right? Because it's the same. Here it goes. Roberto's here to witness it live. All right, Queenstown. 2-3, dry surfaces, sync the final, sync the live. We'll do a PAX on. Why can't I sync live weather? We're not on live weather? Won't even let me sync live weather because there is no live weather. That's weird. Make a poll, and what the people decide, that will be it. Here it goes. Oh, chat, don't let me down on this one. Ooh, it's a close poll. There is no METAR. Well, then how am I supposed to do speeds? All right, well, we're going to do this then. We're going to go 140, 147, 155. And we're going to do flap 1, Toga, no flex. All right. All right, no ATC. We'll set our cruise altitude 36,000 feet. That is set. Everything else is good. We got our beacon light on, and let's go ahead and go back to Phoenix. We'll disconnect the ground power and get rid of the chocks. And let's get out of here, chat.
Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 714, back taxiing runway 5.
We're gonna go nose right, tail left. You weren't live, Scotty, too? No, welcome back, man. Andre, I want to order everything from Throttletek, but the way my finances are set up... Hey, that's a good Kevin Hart reference, isn't it? I got a checking and a savings. Good old Kevin Hart, man. I love Kev Hart. He's a good... I saw him live a long time ago. My wife saw him live in Chicago, too. All right. Wow, the chat is tight. 7-8 or 7-6. Got to remember that 757 though from Bluebird Sim is also going to be out. If you get the 7.5 from Bluebird, we could use the same throttle, 7.5, 7.6 throttle. Keep that in mind while you vote. Keep that in mind while you vote. You get two airplanes with the 7.6 versus the 7.8. You got 7.8. You got the 800 and the 1000. Please no 787. All right, nose right, tail left. That's what we want to do. We're clear to push. All right. Where are we? Queenstown? Where are we? Queenstown? Wellington. Queenstown. Queenstown traffic. New Zealand 357. Going to be pushing back nose right for 2-3 departure. Queenstown. Oh, look, we're swinging the vote. Vote 7-6. Vote 7-6. I'm not V1, but vote 767.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, cockpit ground, brakes release, clear to push.
Commencing push.
Look at that beautiful speed
All
bed.
engines clear. will.
Oh, now the poll is split 50-50. Hey, if it ends 50-50, Roberto, then you just got to send 2 of them. Roberto's going to regret doing a poll, because here in true V1 fashion, all polls typically end at 50-50, which is ridiculous. Zach says, I voted 7-8, but now I want to change to 7-6. This is a democracy. Don't let V1 swing your vote. V1 has veto power if the 787 wins. Oh, man. Look at these views, though, coming out of here.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes are set.
Ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
All right, let's go ahead and fire them up. Engine mode to ignition start. Since Roberto's here, I think in Roberto land, I think you guys start number 2 first, right? We'll do it for you, Roberto. Here we go. Number 2 coming up. All right, I was like, did I turn the APU bleed on? Brandon Ebb wants to mail in his vote. Did we get an absentee ballot?
Bypass pin removed.
Queenstown
Left is
traffic,
clear.
3 by
Right
7
is
pushing
clear.
back.
Thrustmaster 787 is a bit tiny, though. Yeah. Yeah, who even wants to fly the 78? That's what I'm saying. Now all the trolls are going to vote 787. There's 100 people that haven't voted. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering what that blue box is at the top of your chat box, click on the one that says 767.
Queenstown traffic, ignition and 714, taking off runway 5.
All right, let's go ahead and fire up number 1. Oh, remember to do a crossbleed. Rip. I forgot. Have you seen the wiper scratches on the windscreens? Yeah, Robert S. They look good, man. They look real good. Now 767 is in the... 787 is cool, but 76 has character. I agree. A brief pause in the audio? I wonder if it's coming... Maybe it's the stream? Alberto, good to see you, man. You chose the 7.6. Thank you. I can't wait for IE engines, man. IEs are going to be the juice. All right, I think we got a good start on number 2. Or, I'm sorry, number 1. I'm looking at the wrong engine. There we go. There's the avail light. Will come up top. APU bleed can come off. That can come off. We'll arm this. We'll go here. We'll do a flap 1.
See ya.
Sus! Ballot harvesting is taking effect. I tell you what. Packs on or packs off takeoff? Well, let's make a... There's a lot. See, we do audience participation here on the V1 channel. We've got 360 viewers, 133 likes. If you want to see a packs off takeoff, I'm going to need 250 likes. So we need 250 likes, and we need the 767 to win in the poll. That's what we need to do. But if 250 likes before takeoff, we'll shut the packs off, which is actually probably a really smart thing to do, considering the terrain we're taking off in. We have some sort of chocolatey CF developing in front here. I might let Speedbird go first. Hey, Speedbird, you want to go first? Did I just see an air tran on the ramp?
Speedbird pushing back. GSX just having a moment. I'll be out your way in a minute.
Not a problem. We have a citrus sighting. We have an air tran sighting in Queenstown. Oh my gosh. 7.6 and 7.5 is like a 2-for-1 sale. That's what I'm saying. And if you think about it, You know, even the 777 is not that far removed from 7675 either. So it's a no-brainer. 51%. All right, I think I'm going to end the poll here. You know what? This is how we do. This is the democracy that I like. Boom. Poll has ended. 767 for the win. 311 votes. 51%. That's your first throttle you ever built? Really, Roberto? Well, Roberto, I would be super honored to be able to showcase that on stream, my friend. If you can fire one of those up, I'd absolutely love to have one of those. We'll showcase it on the stream. Let's do it. All right, Speedbird is out. We're rolling. Brakes released. Taxi light is on. Here we go. A proper dictatorship. Stolen votes. Expect that in November. Roberto, absolutely love it, man. Cannot wait. Just give me a call before shipping. My address has changed. So, or you know what? I'll send you an email with my new address too.
Thank you.
If you send it to the old one, it's still our house, but I don't live there. And we're renting it out now, so we turned it into a rental. I'll update you with an email. All right, let's do a brake check. Pressure 0. I love the way the Tolus. Why do I keep saying Tolus? You know that Fenix has done a good job on this airplane. If I start calling this the Tolus, because that's pretty. I've never done that before. Just the way the ground handling is worlds different. Now I can't see what some people are saying. They say the internal cockpit looks like there's a dome light on, and there's not. You know, that kind of looks like we're at low dome. It's just a tad bit bright in this light, in this particular light. I didn't notice this on the last stream we did. All right, so he's back taxiing, right? So we'll go ahead and stop here, and then we'll do all of our flight control checks here, short of the runway. Let's do this right now. So, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. What do we got? 29.0%. We gotta change that. It's right about there. 29.0% CG set. We will go auto brakes max. Takeoff config checked. Radar PWS is on. TCAS TARA and on. We'll turn the taxi light off so we don't freak him out. That's standing over there. We're ready to go. We're holding short. 787 voters are crooked. They think they have a server in the bathroom. Has Speedbird submitted a flight plan? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, tactical flip-flop check has been completed. I do that as part of my pre-flight. Arm those. Forgot to arm those. All right, he's departing. Oh, Robert S. I had the alert. Did I have the alerts off? Robert S. I'm sorry, man. Robert S. With a €2 donation, when we hit 320 likes before takeoff, I gift a Fenix. Oh, 320 likes before takeoff, someone gets a free Fenix from Robert S. Hey, if someone in the chat does not have a Fenix and you haven't liked this video yet, you best like it, because Robert S., if you hit 320, he said he's going to pick you one. Pick up one for you. Oh, traffic, TCAS have control. Thank you for the dono, Robert S. I appreciate you. Sorry I missed it, my friend. Look at that 350. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just need to. I'm questioning life's choices now. Why did I not pursue wide body flying? Except in real life, this guy would be going all the way to Atlanta, which would be like 42 hours, and I'm not interested in that. New Zealand, well, Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357, back taxi 23, Queenstown. All right, let's go. Since we're back taxiing, we're just going to turn them all on. Maximum visibility. Here we go. Quality of life, Fubar, indeed. Quality of life. Benny, welcome. Why not the 7.3? Oh, we have the 7.3 throttle. We haven't done a 7.3 flight in quite some time. I don't think Air New Zealand has 737s though. So, but I do have the. We've sported the 7.3 Throttletek. I actually use that one when I fly the MD-80 too, because it's got that just a super long range of travel. Never preach me again on the order of flights. What's up, Christy? Good to see you, man. can't be home for muffin night when flying long haul. That is true, Delta Tango. That is very true. Respect my authority. Hopefully, Any Builds is making a 340. Evan, I'm hoping. Here's my prediction. I hope Any Builds is making an A340. Maybe like a 300. Whatever the most popular variant is. I think it's like, was it the 300? I don't think it's a 600. But I think it probably might be a 300. That's what I hope for. But my gut, I don't know why. There's something in my gut that's telling me they're making a 330. Classic. A classic 330. So we'll have to see when the secret project is ever released. Hope they make a good A350. We have the 350 Flightbox out for a while. Oh, really, Roberto? I was not aware of that either. Yeah, see, we need a good 350. The 350 has been neglected both in X-Plane and in Microsoft. Like, there is nothing in Microsoft. The Flight Factor one in X-Plane 12 is the only one that we've got available. And it's, I'd say it's like a high-quality freeware at best, if I'm being honest. Part of the reason why I never really flew it. I didn't like the way it felt. A340-300 takes you an hour to get to cruise. Hopefully Any Builds is making a 220. I doubt it. I doubt it's a 220. I would be very, very surprised if it's a 220. I wonder if anyone has realized his member join animation is an adopt-a-bus. Wingnut, if I'm being 100% honest with you, when I first put that on there, I did not. I thought it was a Neo. No lie, I thought it was a 320 Neo. And then later on, someone had brought it up. Might have been you, actually. And I was like, oh, well, I'll be darned. Look at that. It is an A220 on there. I thought it was I originally installed it thinking it was a 320 Neo. Roberto from Throttletek says we also have a 380 and a 350 as Flightbox. We also made the CRJ, but was not popular. See, and another one, I think, Roberto, unfortunately, I think that Aerosoft, is it the Aerosoft CRJ that we have? It just, I flew it maybe 2 times, and it's just so poorly modeled in the sim. I think that's what drives people away from it, which is kind of a shame because I think if we had a high-quality regional jet, whether it's an Embraer, even a CRJ, the CRJ is so versatile, 7 and 900. If you had a high-quality CRJ, I think you would see much more traffic for like a CRJ hardware. You see many more people flying the CRJs on stream. I really think it's just because it was kind of it was a poorly, I think in my opinion, it was poorly done and it was a rushed airplane to get to the sim. All right, let's slow way down here before we do this 360-degree turn. I love this view. I've always loved this view as a passenger, doing these hard turns. Like, how cool is that? I was like, oh man, how do they turn so steep? That's so cool. Uh-oh, I ran out of juice. Let's see if we can ace this lineup again. Do we overshoot it? I think I'm a little crooked. I think I overshot, actually. Let's see. Yeah, see the tail's a little off. Dang it. We overshot it. That's okay, though. All right, what do we have for likes? We have a spam phone call, though. Let's turn that off. Did we hit 250 likes? We did. All right, you guys win a PAX off takeoff. Thank you for hitting that like button. Pack 1's coming off. Pack 2's coming off. Nose forward on the stick. I should have probably briefed this departure. What's our acceleration altitude? I need Gustavo. We have to adjust. It's not 2,600. Stand by 1 second. What is the acceleration altitude on this departure? It's significantly higher. I want to say it's like 6,000. Queenstown. Starred. I didn't star it. Dang it. Departures. What are we on? The Apnov? Apnov 4 Bravo, 3 Bravo. Special navigation. Yeah, I don't have any of this stuff. I don't have any of these things at or above 3,200. Minimum climb gradient. I think it's going to be at least 3,200 feet. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Reduction acceleration 3200. That may be wrong. Let's go. Spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. Turn it blue. Let's do this. Phoenix sounds. Here we go. Yoga. Gotta love that. Man, Toga SRS nav. Auto thrust is blue. Thrust set. 100 knots. Check. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. Watch your ears. Oh, I love the way this airplane flies. Gosh, I love the way this airplane flies. Rotation felt so good. Alright, so we're going all the way up. Let's get back on the controls. Let's actually fly this now. Now, I think in real life, there might be an autopilot requirement here, where they have to get the autopilot on as soon as practical. But we're going to hand fly it for fun. Alright, let's go ahead. There's thrust, climb, climb. We're navving. Oh my gosh, look at those views. What a beautiful place to fly.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Okay, so that's probably an Egyptwis thing that would have to be off. We'll go pack one.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Oh, turn, baby, turn. $160 knots. They want to keep you climbing. Wow, look at that. That's Pack 2 associated. Pack 2 is coming on now. Man, I just want to look at these views, but we're trying to fly the departure. $160 knot speed restriction here. Really keeping us tight on the flaps. That is just stunning views out of here. Absolutely stunning. Oh, back on course now. Bank angle check to the right. This is quite the departure. This is quite the departure. Look at that right there. That is peak Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, Zach, you'd be plane spotting all day long out here. 160 knots all the way out. Flaps 1. Now we are going to begin to accelerate. Queenstown traffic here, New Zealand 357. 7.8 out to the south. Last call, Queenstown. 2. I'm having too much fun looking at these though, so let's go ahead and we'll go autopilot 1 back on. We're gonna have a nice turn here. Let's watch this happen. Look at this. Alright, there's SP. Let's go flap 0 after takeoff checklist. This is real life. I mean, this is real life right there. It is winter in New Zealand. But I think there's a problem with the real world weather. NTSB report will list terrain is too damn juicy. The captain was too busy looking at the terrain while they flew into it. Oh my gosh. I don't even care if we're off course. We're gonna just look at this. Some ice flows down there. Any peripherals apart from sight-stick and throttle, displays, or other panels? Nope, you're looking at them. The only other peripheral that's not pictured right now is my rudder pedals. Imagine having an engine out on this departure. That would be quite spicy. Almost sounds like a challenge. Subtle wing flex out there. So I'm still rocking the realistic turbulence. I know everyone says to turn it down to low. But until I experience something that is drastically inaccurate, I think I'm going to just let it do its thing. I guess I was like, where are all the trees? I guess there's a couple of trees down there on those ridge lines. But it is pretty cold up here. You haven't changed your turbulence, Zach? I haven't even. Look at that wing flex. The Fenix wing flex, I think, is really well done. Look at that. Just that subtle little bounce. And where this wing is bending is pretty much where the airplane bends in real life. Kind of right after that second slat there. You get that nice little flex. We're well above 10 thou. We're accelerating. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's clean it up here. Let's do some pilot stuff. We'll get the terrain enhancement back on. Everything else looks good on the overhead. Our packs are on. There's probably a speed limit on this departure, I would imagine. I haven't really looked at it. It doesn't say there is, but let's do 310. We don't need to go all the way up to 330. And let me go back to enjoying these views. Go back into full screen cam here. Whoops, had my mouse button on. TV flight, you had it on low and it was zero turbulence, so now I have it on medium. Yeah, I've got it on realistic, and until I see something that's just kind of groundbreaking, then I'll switch it. Steven, I'm not sure. I think, what runway? I want to do the RNAV, I think it's 16. I think RNAV 16. Flight sim guy, weather problem confirmed. Current New Zealand weather overcast, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, winds north at 5. So why is it, why is there no weather? Oh, Carol says the turbulence suggestion is mainly because of excessive thermals. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be getting any thermals today. It's 2 degrees outside. So I think we'll be all right. But I'll keep that in mind, Caro, for when we start flying back in some hot areas for sure. But yeah, overall, the experience on realistic turbulence has been quite nice, honestly. I just love that wing. I swear, you could show this to someone and they'd be like, that real life? Custom time equals nowhere relevant? No? Alright, here's what we'll do. What I will do, I'm on real weather, Zach, but I've noticed this a couple times and someone else has brought it up in chat. Doesn't publish METAR, maybe it's related. I think it might be, Dan. I've changed it back, Hasso. I've changed it back multiple times. Didn't you turn your light off of V2 destruction? It's back to live, Pablos, yeah. Scotty 2, so you know what I think? So I watched back the stream yesterday where we crashed in Vegas on that, when we got inverted. So you know why I think we didn't recover? And I don't know if Caro's here, if he can answer this. I don't know if there's an abnormal attitude recovery law mottoed in the Fenix. Because we exceeded twice the normal law, and I think the airplane was trying to limit my input for G-load and all that. It was still trying to protect me. But in the real Airbus, you would, when that airplane would have winged over like that, we would have entered abnormal attitude recovery law. And it would have allowed basically free movement of the flight controls to get the airplane back in a normal phase. And I'm wondering, I'm hoping that's the case. If not, then so Caro, just say that is the case, so I feel better about myself. Ultra graphics, Jonathan. Oh, you know what though? I need to turn up my LOD because I turned it down yesterday when we were in Vegas. Like we were doing some hardcore stuff. So I'm gonna let's do it now because maybe it'll reset. Maybe it'll reset. I hate doing this on stream, but maybe it'll reset the weather. I don't know. So for Vegas, I turned down my T-LOD. But out here in New Zealand, I bring it up to 300, and we can run this up to like 185. And everything else is pretty much on Ultra. We'll go back, resume. Not much of a difference out where we are, but here in New Zealand, we can rock. We can bump that T-LOD up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. There's the view.
New Zealand 959, it's perfect 2-3.
What all will do, since there's no weather, if someone can, what is the weather in, I'm trying to sim down a little bit. What is the weather in Queenstown? Or no, Wellington. Because if the weather in Wellington is overcast, we'll set it. We'll just set we'll set it to manual weather, so we can have some clouds, you know. Because I kind of want to fly the RNP into the weather. But this makes for one hell of a view. 300 and 185 is a rip for my rig, Bosco. If I did 300 and 185 in the Fenix in Vegas, it probably wouldn't be that enjoyable. Not for streaming. Yeah, Force Raptor, I never have weather mismatches in the U.S. either. It's only when we got down here in New Zealand. And I remember some folks saying in the chat.
New Zealand 604, back taxi.
I remember some folks in the chat had said that New Zealand had a weather bug. All right. Let's see where we are. We're 2-2. There's a restriction at or above 25. Or at or below 25 for Tim Joe. Everything else looks good. Climbing out, everything, all our systems look a little warm. Let's cool the cabin down a tad. Everything else looks good though. I'm just really enjoying these wing views right there. Let's see, Wellington. Oh, Wellington, it's calm and clear. What's NCD? I don't even know. No cumulonimbus detected? Oh, Cav OK. There's one from Misher. Cav OK. What's NCD in a METAR? NCD. If you know what the weather is, you can change it in sim to match. Yes, I can. What I'll do is I'll probably just do light clouds, regardless of what it is. I'll do light clouds, and that way we can fly the approach. No cloud detected. That's a new one. I didn't know that. No cloud detected. I often get some scenery popping when at low altitude in New Zealand. Interesting, Dougal. Keep an eye on that too. Thanks, James. You're 3.5 kilometers or 3.5 kilometers from your PC. Well, Mr. Dog, when you get to it, you're going to enjoy it, my friend. You will enjoy it. Oh, man, look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful depart tour. All right, we're going to level at 250. Out constraint. Sure makes for one hell of a viewing experience, though. Out of these wing views. Chicken or beef ramen? Oh, beef, dude. 100%. David, I turned the sim sound down. Maybe that's why. Operator Dirt, I do too. I gotta say, the rotating the Fenix now is just so... Man, I could make this angle, almost make this look like an IE if I angle this correctly. Although the pylon's different. But, rotation in the V2 is really well done. Did anyone else notice while taking off from a one-way with ILS having runway on FMA, you don't get the green band on the PFD indicating the center line? Still, let me read this again. Taking off with the runway, having the ILS, and you don't get the green band on the PFD. Green band. Do green band in English for me, Christy. What do you mean by green band? Indicating the center line. You mean the flight director? Just mess with it, Christy. What do you mean by green band, though? So, you know what's pretty cool, and I didn't know this, but on that Green Dot Aviation video on that 747 in Singapore, they have the, what is that system called in the glare shield? Where when you line up on the center line, the lights come on and tell you that you're not on the center line of the runway that you have programmed. Pretty neat. Gotta go, Zach. Take it easy, man. I'll catch the rest later. Take it easy, Zach. Thanks for stopping by, man. The green line from ILS on the other end that tracks center line. Vertical green line. There's a rectangle when you're in runway mode. The PVD, yes, Aviator Nick. The PVD, that's what I was referring to. PVD. Yeah, are you guys talking about the LDEV? It's a green band below the flight director on the bottom part. I don't know, Christy. I'm gonna have to see. Was it on my stream? Are you talking about like down here? Well, now I'm curious. Vertical green line on takeoff roll. The flight director. So you're talking about the flight director? It only shows on takeoff. You talking about this? This is the flight director. Oh, this is going to be one hell of a... This is like playing charades. All right, hold on. We're about to go into a climb constraint cruise. Let's listen to the spool up. Should spool up any second now. Runway reference bar. Listen, I may have only had one or two sims in a 380, but I don't know what the runway reference bar is. Flight path vector? Well, no, it's not that. I thought we were going to spool up here. What's going on? Steven, what airplane are you in, man? So, if you're on a runway with a localizer where it can track, you get track. Oh, here we go. And then I forget what the question was now. But yeah, you only get that when you have a localizer returned on your runway. So you're taking off a runway. That's where you can get LS mismatch. If you hard tune an LS for a single engine departure and you line up on the runway, you get an LS mismatch. You're in the DC-6, Steven? Oh, man. Vladimir, for sure. I'm sure he knows. Benny, welcome. Oh, yeah, I'm loving the update. Well, that was a pretty weak climb up, so we'll go ahead and turn the sim back down. We're climbing up to 360. Progress page says 360. We're going to go NZ Whiskey November. We do have a payware scenery for Wellington. Once we reach top of climb, we are doing a giveaway, though, for Queenstown, which was the INI Queenstown that we just took off of, which is a phenomenal scenery. We did get a negative, like less than 200 feet per minute landing yesterday. Anybill said we could give a copy away. So, to enter the giveaway, the key word is going to be any builds. Exclamation point INIBULDS. Exclamation point any builds to enter the chat or enter the giveaway. We'll get that rolling, and then we'll roll it when we get up to top of climb. So if you don't have the any builds Queenstown scenery where we just departed from, roll it in the chat here. and you'll be able to win a free copy from Mini Builds, courtesy of I&I. I&I, any? And all I will need from the winner is a email address, preferably an email address that you have an account with any builds or I&I manager, whatever you use. It doesn't have to be, I guess, but you're going to need an I&I account, which probably most of you already have. If you have anything from Mini Builds or even just the Scenery Manager tool, plug-in tool. And then, so all you got to do is Discord me, DM me your email, unless you want to put it in the chat, which I don't recommend, but if you're feeling dangerous. Chaos, let me look in the After Dark. Let me see what Mike P said here. Hold on. Oh, yeah. That's just for the localizer, Christy. That's for the runway. That's so you know what runway you're on. That's all it is. But it only shows up when you have a localizer, a return localizer. I think it's only when you have a localizer, right? It may actually not be just a localizer. It may actually be if it's in the database. No Name says it's called the Ground Roll Guidance Command Bar. That's a thing that you follow on the center line during takeoff and landing. Huh. Yeah, I just look out the window, stay on the center line. Even in low vis, you're trained to look at the center line light. At least we are. Yeah, maybe it's about... You don't get it at all anymore, Christy? Interesting. Maybe it's an option? Do you have LDEV? Maybe you have to have LDEV on. No, that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be it. KW, good to see you, man. Welcome. Huh. Well, Christy, on my takeoff roll out of Queenstown, did you see it? Did you see it on my takeoff roll out of Queenstown? Oh my gosh, look at these views right here. Hold on, do we have the cabin lights on? We need to turn the cabin lights off. Oh, the cabin lights are off. Oh my goodness, look at that view. Aviator Nick, the only, I don't think it is modeled on this one. It's just black with a little bit of blue, which is pretty sweet. Or like a purple cabin. It's got the purple lighting. I might dial back my T-Law just a little bit for streaming purposes. No ILS in Queenstown. I didn't notice it. Only did when I flew. Okay. As far as I could find out, it seems to be an issue with certain METARs being payware in New Zealand. Interesting, Mike's Basement. Interesting. Oh, that is the Air New Zealand cabin? I like it. I mean, it's got the black seats, the purple lights. Looks awesome. Yesterday, when you enter the stall, why not use full trim up? Could that be useful? Yes, it could be useful, but I think basically what it was, I think it was Microsoft being Microsoft. Because you got to roll. So and this is a good unusual attitude recovery lesson. When you're in an unusual attitude, in a nose low attitude, you do not want to pitch and roll at the same time, because that's how you rip the wings off. So first order of business is to level the wings, or get the wings level, and then pull. I had a hard time getting the wings leveled, which in EET it's not quite that. It's not that difficult really at all. It's pretty responsive actually. Once you get into the abnormal attitude recovery, and then pull back. We had basically no elevator pullback. You know, maybe in the sim in Microsoft I could have used trim to try to roll it up, but I think by that point we were toasted. That's why you don't do deep stalls at 4,000 feet above Vegas in the summertime. I did, Christy. I saw it. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't. I don't know. I think that's only when you have an ILS. Pretty sure that's when you only have an ILS. The ground reference bar. Ground reference bar? Does that sound? Is that what someone said? Let's see. NCD add info on ICAO. Snow. Have a nice weekend. Hey, George, take it easy, man. Yeah, this is default Microsoft scenery right now is what you're looking at. Air Texas. A320 flight engineer for Southwest. V2, what's new about the V2? I should change my channel to V2 simulations. That way the algorithm for YouTube is like, oh my gosh. Once we get to 360, we are going to roll it for the giveaway. If you have not already entered the AnyBuilds Queenstown giveaway. And it's really, really, really helpful if you're a member of the Discord. So you can send me a DM, whoever the winner is. RNP versus RNAV V1 Google is confusing me. Daniel, I have just the thing for you. On my channel, there's 2 videos. One of them's on the main page. It is RNAV and RNP explained. It's a 2-part video sequence because there's just so much content with a real-world example. RNAV and RNP, to make your life even more confusing, is the same thing, Daniel. There's a naming. There's basically approaches. There's several things happening. Approaches are being renamed, or they're being recategorized. But at face value, an RNP approach requires onboard navigational performance monitoring. So it is an additional requirement system-wise for your aircraft in order to shoot that type of approach, in theory. But they're also renaming it, recategorizing it, so that would only become RNPAR. So to do an RNPAR approach, you need to have that. Theoretically, you could still do an RNP approach with LNAV, VNAV minimums and not have precision monitoring equipment. So it's going to be confusing. I've tried to kind of simplify it for Simmer's terms on my channel. I got 2 videos, RNP versus RNAV. Check them out. Hopefully that'll get your questions answered, because it is such a there's so many loose ends when it comes to RNAV versus RNP discussion and GPS. You just got to sit down and watch a video on it. RNAV is area navigation. That's what it stands for, area navigation. All right, we're almost to the top of climb. 1,000 feet to level off. I don't really want to fly at nighttime. We might have to bump the sim time back. Callie Simmer. Ladies and gentlemen, Callie Simmer, so happy to see you back on the chat. Callie Simmer with a $10 super chat. First, before I even read your message, Callie Simmer, I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully you get home okay. Everything works out just fine. Quite the traumatizing event you've been going through. So Callie Simmer, thank you for the $10 super chat. She says, I'm so happy to be able to watch your stream. Happy to be alive and safe for that matter. At the Maui airport now, waiting for a flight to LAX via Vegas. Hope all is well with you and the fam. Mahalo. Callie Simmer, too kind. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I am glad that you are well and on your way back. Enjoy that. That's LA via Vegas. Wow. You're going to go past your home and then go back to LA. Well, you got to do what you got to do to get home, right? Callie Simmer, enjoy your flight. Hopefully you can rest, recover, and we look forward to having you back. We just did hey, we crashed in Vegas yesterday twice. So you didn't. Good thing you weren't around, because we did crash in Vegas. But we'll do a stream in Vegas when you get back, just for you, Callie Simmer. So thank you for that $10 super chat. Get home safe. Are there any type of approaches that you don't do in real life, or difficult, or just boring? What do you mean by that, Flix? So in real life, every airline is going to be limited to certain approaches. Like there are approaches in, like take Lowy for example, or heck, even the Queenstown. Like I would not be authorized to go fly that Queenstown departure and approach because I haven't been trained on it. Those approaches require special aircrew authorization, and if you don't receive that training, which I don't fly to Queenstown, so I wouldn't have that training. So technically, I'm not authorized to fly that approach. So you have, if that's what you're trying to get at, maybe. But other than that, no. We always try to do the approach that will give us the lowest minimum and give us the highest accuracy. So it doesn't matter if it's a clear in a million or if you're at minimums. If you're flying into an airport that has an ILS, an RNAV, and a VOR approach, we're going to do the ILS every time unless it's out of service. If it's out of service, then we'll do the RNAV. If that's out of service, then we might do the localizer See if we can, depending on the failure of the ILS system, if we can do the LOC, we might do a LOC. If we can't do the LOC, then we'll do the VOR approach. And that is solely based on we're trying to set up the airplane with the highest level of accuracy to give us the greatest amount of success, hopefully, going into that airport. Oh, any personal that I personally don't enjoy doing. Newark. I personally don't like flying into Newark because it's always just mayhem. Kelly Zimmer says, thanks everyone, I'm flying Southwest. Ooh. I was willing to fly anywhere in the mainland just to get off the island. Kelly Zimmer, don't blame him. I would say that, unfortunately you're on a 737 for the next 10 hours. But I guess it's better than your current position. So any ride is a good ride at this point, Kelly Zimmer. That's a long flight. Eesh. How about trying to replicate the crash in Vegas in X-Plane 12 with the TOLUS? Mike's? Oh, you mean the one we did yesterday? Yeah, we could try it. We'll try it, Mike's. We'll try it. It might have been a matter of altitude. We were super low. We were just messing around. I was trying to get... I had a momentary brain fart. We were like, hey, why didn't we get a speed alert or speed command when we went into or got close to our stall speed? And that's because we weren't in flap config 2 or greater. So we were in alternate law. I intentionally stalled the airplane, and we deep stalled it, rolled over, put us in an inverted, upside down, about 3,000 feet above Vegas, and it's 35C outside. Did not end well. But I think that's a good idea. We should try to do that. We should try to recreate that. All right, Bradley, why are we giving away an AnyBuilds shebang? It's because AnyBuilds was in the chat yesterday, and they said if we got a sub 200 approach. All right, everybody close your eyes. Hold on. How much time do we have left? Supposed to land at 18Z. Time now is... Hold on. 5:45, we'll land at 6:18. So close your eyes. That's going to be 20 minutes and 15. It's 45 minutes. So you see nothing happening here. You see nothing. Boop. All right. We don't need to fly at night. But AnyBuild said if we get a less than 200 feet per minute, we get to do a giveaway. So let's read this company message, and then we're going to roll the giveaway. And then we're going to go enjoy some outside juicy livery views. Air New Zealand Ops. Yeah, we were. That's because I messed with the time. All right. Here we go. We're going to roll it for the winner. AnyBuilds, Phoenix, and Roberto were in the chat yesterday. The entirety of your flight sim setup. Jean, that's funny. Good point. All right, here we go. Rolling it in 3, 2, 1. Josh, a channel member. Josh, are you here? Is there a Josh in the chat? Paging Josh. Paging Josh. Are you still here, Josh? You have won a copy of... Rigged. Josh has won a copy of the AnyBuilds Air New Zealand Queenstown Airport. He is here. There he is. Oh, there's multiple Joshes. The one that said me. Oh, boy. So it's the less ranked Josh with the purple J. Congratulations, Josh. All I need from you, Josh, is to send me a DM through the Discord. I am Josh. Purple Josh with the purple J. I guess the purple icon with the white J. Send me a DM on Discord. The other Josh works for AnyBuilds. Okay, well that works. Send me a DM on Discord, my friend, with your email address, and I will pass that along. And AnyBuilds, thank you to them for being awesome sports on the channel, stopping by yesterday, handing us a free copy to give away to the community. Any Build's just knocking it out of the park, man. Airplanes, sceneries. What a time to be a flight simmer, man. What a time to be a flight simmer. We just got some really... This was, I kind of was a little bit nervous for Microsoft Flight Simulator when it first released, and I started seeing all these, like $9 questionable freeware airplane stuff that is being sold in the marketplace that should definitely have been, freeware, but there was no vetting. I'm like, man, what is going to happen? What is the fate of Microsoft Flight Simulator? Is it going to go down the rabbit hole into the game mode? And then, out of nowhere, Any Builds comes in with a A310 free for the users on Microsoft. They start popping out some fantastic sceneries. PMDG comes out, drops a 7.3. Fenix comes out of nowhere, saying they're going to change the game with a 320. That's the most realistic thing we've had. Just Flight, absolutely crushing it with their airplanes, their Fokkers. Man, I still want to do a Fokker flight. I got my whole Fokker throttle set up, ready to go, and I spent 45 minutes trying to get the bindings down. I finally got them down. I haven't been able to fly it yet. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. We'll do a fictional Fokker flight in New Zealand. But, we got some super high quality stuff now on Microsoft, which I'm very, very happy to see. Although we have gone back to FS98 contrails. Actually, I don't think FS98 had contrails. Maybe like 2002. FS4, what is FS9? I always forget. FS9 was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002, right? And then MSFS 2004 was FSX. Gosh, I can't remember. It's been so long. Regardless, these contrails belong on X-Plane, if I'm being honest. Brisbane Milk Run Fokker. Oh, no, we're going to be doing Fokkers in Australia for sure. Oh, yeah, there's the view right there. Actually, I should go drone cam for this. Hold on. How about a slide up view? Oh, you know what? We said that we were going to do this view from now on. We're changing the game in Flight Simulator content cruise view. We're doing tail down nose shots. Can't wait for the Bluebird 7.5. JP, you and me both. And especially now, since we got Throttletek, going to be sending over a 767 for the channel. We'll be able to showcase that on the 7.5, 7.6 throttle. I can't wait for the Bluebird. I think I'm really trying to taper my expectations. I try to take a play out of Captain Canada's playbook where he says, I don't get excited for add-ons anymore. He's seen it all. He's been around. He's experienced the ups and downs of developers coming onto the scene, attempting to come onto the scene and letting everybody down. So I think that's a very good mentality to have when it comes with new devs and stuff hitting the simulator platform. Always taper your expectations, especially, if someone that has no background, right? So Bluebird coming out of nowhere, I'm cautiously optimistic, but it's hard. I'm trying not to be excited, but it is hard to not get excited about a potential 757 that could be good. Like, it could be really good. It could be, even if I just want quality wings level, quality wings are better. And I would be super excited. Yes, Fubar. Let me see if I can upload those right now, Fubar. If the stream crashes, I'm going to blame Fubar because I'm opening Discord on stream, and that happens to not be awesome. Here we go. Oh yeah, we got. So we're saving this image. Hold on. Now I think I can do this. Give me a second. Yeah, I won't get excited unless they announce a 7.0 or 7.2. Yes, I know 7.0, 7.2 for sure. But, 7.5, man. I love this. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. All right, let me go here. Customizing the memberships, perks, emojis. Let's see. I feel like we got a lot. Is there any emojis that we don't use? I might pull some. Excuse me. I feel like... Hold on. My cough is just killing me. I think I'm going to pull the chrono emoji. We never really used the chrono emoji. Should I pull that one? I might pull the chrono emoji. Did you hear FlyJ Sim will rework the 7.2 and 7.3? I did, Robert. I did. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. But again, tampering expectations. But I know that one is especially hard because I know FlyJ Sim makes really good stuff. So I want to be excited for that, but I have to also remember it's X-Plane 12. What state of X-Plane? I'm more concerned with what the state of X-Plane 12 is going to be like by the time that that's out. So I don't know. Again, cautiously excited for that, but it's a 7.2. I'm excited. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right. This is going to be one of my new favorite emojis. I'm going to save and publish it now. So if you refresh the chat box or refresh the stream, you should be able to it. Josh, I got your email. Awesome. I will pass that on. I will pass that on, Josh, to Just Flight after this stream. And they're going to hook it up for you, my friend. So we should have... I'm going to refresh the chat box here. I say get rid of RIP X-Plane, RIP, and X-Plane together. Now, we do have two RIP X-Planes. There you go. Shots fired. Shots fired. Emoji has entered the chat. I love that emoji, Fubar. I feel like it's appropriate for this channel. Giuliandi Ramand. Oh, man, I did it right yesterday, didn't I? Giuliandi Ramadani. Welcome back to Private Pilot, sir. Glad to have you back on board the channel. We could have used some shots fired yesterday at the end of yesterday's stream, huh? For that, I don't know what got into me there at the very end of yesterday's stream. Something just took over. I had an internal meltdown. We had to fire some shots. Curious to see how many people actually were still around for the last few seconds of that. Seb with the €5 dono. Appreciate you. He says, can you recommend becoming a pilot at the age of 40? It's my dream, but never got the chance because of family, but now the kids are old enough. Seb, well, I have to know a couple of things. Are you in the United States? That's going to be the biggest factor for me right now because I only know kind of how the U.S. market is. I don't really educate myself with other markets across the globe, although I think, actually, I don't even want to say I think because I don't know. I don't know what Europe's doing as far as pilot jobs and all that. But here in the States, if you're in the U.S., becoming a pilot at the age of 40 is not unheard of. I've actually flown with FOs that became pilots at like 55. So here in the States, 65 is mandatory requirement until they move it to 67. But yeah, I've known guys that come in second career. They're like, I just have a few years left. I got 5-7 years. I just wanted to do it. So they come on and they write it out. But 40 is not too old at all. I would say at the age of 40 and at the current market that pilots are being hired right now, the sooner you get your ratings and everything done, the better. Like you would be a candidate, I would say, for trying to get into one of those, what I call puppy mills, or some type of flight school program that is going to give a track for you, a path, take you from zero to commercial to instructor to build time and then right over to an airline as quickly as possible. That would be my recommended path for you if that is feasible. Yeah, 40, you got 25. Yeah, 25-year career. I mean, That's a great career. So even if it took you say it takes you 5 years to get to the airlines, you still got 20 years as an airline pilot. So you're definitely not too old. In fact, when I was a flight instructor, a CFI for private pilots, like not even flying freight, like my first flight instructor job, the average flight student age back then was like 35. I think it was like 32 to 35. That was the average age of student pilot. Can you show your side stick sensitivity? Andre, I have it pinned in the Discord, my friend. 0, 0, everything is zeroed out linear. The only thing that I adjusted from yesterday, Andre, is I put the reactivity to 85%. And what that did to me, what I found is I'm able to kind of catch the nose on landing without it doing a super aggressive secondary pitch up moment. Now I got to be careful, but still it felt a little bit more realistic to me as far as dampening that response right in the flare. That's where it did feel like after touchdown, we're flared out, we're touching down, and I felt like, man, if you just touched the stick, it would give you that secondary flare because it's already going to pitch up naturally with the spoilers and the reversers coming out. So any extra pitch up, I felt it was a little over exaggerated, but adding that little bit of reactivity. So I think by default reactivity is at 100. I knocked mine down to 85%. And I think that's the sweet spot for my setup. And again, it's going to vary. I don't know what kind of hardware you're running. Hardware is going to be a huge player in this. Hardware is a huge player in the feeling that you get. How about TOLA sensitivities? Just ordered your side stick this week. Kemel, that's a great question. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure TOLAS has always been straight linear across the board with everything in X-Plane. When I get in X-Plane, Kemel, hopefully you can ask me again there, and I can look for you, but I'm pretty sure it's straight up linear. Dougal says, I knew a guy that just started training at 47. He's now flying for a European airline. There you go, see? There you go. Good deal, Dougal. About to fly over Kalkura, which was heavily damaged by the 2016 earthquake. Really? Look at the terrain down there. Oh my gosh! All right, right there is where we're gonna leave it. I kind of don't like the I don't like those contrails. Look at that terrain down there. Now, if it was sunrise, it'd be even more juice because the sun would be on this side of the mountains, going that direction. A Mag 7.8? That's a big one. Let's see. Aaron, could you demonstrate how to decode the load sheet company message in the Fenix AOC, particularly PAX number plus? What am I supposed to do with that plus? Continue, you should have one AOC. Oh, yeah. That's just how many they added. So a load sheet. Oh, we're only 85 miles out? Hey, Aaron, why are you trying to get me all crashed here? Hold on. We're gonna set 11,000. We gotta set up for the box. Aaron, all that means is you were planned for say you were planned for 140, and now you added 4 more. So that's souls on board, counting, souls on board. What you're supposed to do with that information? Make sure it matches with your EFB passenger load. Other than that, there's really nothing else that you can do. Now, in real life terms, whatever that plan number is plus additional, we have to make sure that matches with the flight attendant count. So we always got to know how many bodies are on the airplane. So when you get that, hey, you got +4, now we need to know, okay, well, if that's +4, what do the flight attendants count? Do we have plan +4? And if they match, then we're good to go. All right. I did have FLS on for this. I wonder if I should turn it off. We'll see. FLS might be too easy mode for this approach. All right, approach into Wellington. Dorbu is at 6,000, max 210. We need weather. We don't have weather. I tell you what we're going to do. Let's do this. Should I go manual weather, chat? Should I go manual weather? Jefferson, yeah, single engine ops. There's still a way to go. I think that I will test that for real when they have their own custom engine model. Right now, with the default engine model, as much as they've tweaked it, it's still not, it's not going to give you the performance that I would expect from the Airbus. Now, once they get their own engine model, then we'll reassess for sure. Make it juicy. Go real. It is real weather, but the problem with real weather is there's nothing there. I can't even get the METAR in the Fenix. Let's see. When I come in for final approach and I told this Airbus, I find the McDo is setting my final approach speed too low. My aircraft ends up pitching up like 7 degrees, fully configured. Really? I'd have to investigate. I haven't had that issue, Max. I'd have to investigate. Oh, here we go. No cloud detect. Well, I guess it's clearing a million, so we'll just leave it. What the hell? Apparently New Zealand live weather is unavailable, but alright, we'll just leave it then. It's real weather. There's no clouds. 10:14. Maybe for the replay we can. Temperature is 6 degrees. Winds are 020 at 11. Alright, RNAV 16 X-ray. The RNP 410 is what we're doing. Progress page. Required accuracy for this approach is RMP 0.1. So we're gonna, it'll automatically update, but we're gonna do RMP 0.1 required for this. And in the real airplane, I should be able to switch this from FLS or final app mode. But I think, you guys want to see the FLS? All it does is it makes it fly like an ILS once you get on the final, which could be helpful, or it could be, well, I say let's rock with it. Let's roll with it. I'm probably going to hand fly it anyway. So this is an FLS. So we have F approach. Winds are not favorable. If we're landing runway 16 and the winds are 030, that's favorable. Oh, 160. Oh, yeah. 250-hour moment. Hold on. I got to use my cheater mode. Yeah, landing 16. Winds are 0. Yeah. Well, let's go around. We'll attempt to land. I tell you what, they're not favorable. We're going to shoot the approach. If it exceeds a 10-knot tailwind, we're going to treat it just like real life, guys. We're going to treat it like real life. If it's 10-knot tailwind, as we come over the threshold, we'll go around and we'll set up for another approach. That simple. It's that simple. So we're set up for it. We're planning for it. Atlanta does this to us all the time. Everyone, even Vegas, they land everybody with a 10, 11, 12-knot tailwind until someone complains about it, says they can't land, mostly American, and then they turn the airport around. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot this approach with an FLS. We're going to set 6,000 for Dorbu right now. We're already on the VNAV track. We're going to do FLS as we make the turn, come around there. Everything else is set up. We're going to go auto brakes low, full reverse, flaps full. And our minimums are set 410. What did we say the barrel was when we get down there? It is 1014. Do a little cheat mode 14. Oh, look, just like a Boeing. I preset it. So cool. You should have a flight recorder on the go around. Oh yeah, Aviator Nick, I'll do that. Thanks for reminding me. Let me get it up right now. We'll replay. Gustavo's in the chat though. Welcome on board, my friend. Good to see you, Gustavo. I saw you flying that TAM 319. Little X-plane action going on. I gotta say, your willpower for X-plane is, or your dedication for X-plane, Gustavo, is quite impressive. We're way high already. Let's go ahead and get some. Why are we so high? Speed brake out. Let's go. When FLS was first added, you could either have FLS or final app. Yeah, so Tom's Travels, I think, and I'd have to check. I want to say most of our airplanes will ask you. Still, I don't know. See, with our fleet, we have so many different variants. It's not standardized. I'm actually curious for European. I don't know if there's any European pilots in the chat, but I would think that they're pretty hardcore standardized across the fleet. in the U.S., it's very common for fleets to become bastardized, for lack of a better word. When other airlines go down, they pick up airplanes here, pick up airplanes from here. They're not always new and they're not always tailored. And even if they work to get them up to the same equipment that is on the majority of the fleet, there's large periods of time where that's not the case. So during COVID, I think we acquired a couple airplanes from WOW. I know we acquired some Chinese Airbuses. We also acquired some Airbuses that were parked in the Mexican desert. Those were very interesting. One of them has just been demolished, unfortunately. It's one of my old favorite 319s. They just demoed it. I got a picture of it. But, yeah, you get into one airplane like, oh, we don't have that, we don't have this. My potato handle it well, FS 2020, no, with auto ortho is just awesome. All right, well. Hey, man, as long as you're happy, man, as long as you're happy. That KOSP sound pack, KOSP sound pack, though, does make quite the difference. Hi, I'm Emmanuel, and I'm a... Ben, please, you're going to get me in trouble, man. Fubar. Did it go around now? Oh, you're doing the RNAV 34 X-ray. Good deal. All right, so recording is up. ATC message. It's probably Jehovah's Witnesses. They always seem to get us on the descent. We're way high. Okay. Hold at Dorbu. Well, how did this happen? Who's holding? We're holding at Dorbu at 6,000. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357. We're at a 16,500. We're set up for the RNAV X-ray 16. We're going to hold over Dorbu until reaching 6,000. Proceed inbound on the approach. Again, we're at a 16,000. Holding at Dorbu for 6,000. Wellington traffic. All right. We're screaming on down. And I'll tell you what we do right now. Let's go ahead and select speed 210 knots. That's not your hold speed. Allie? No, not even reading it, Allie. If you turn the battery push button, it will show 0 volts, 0 amps. Off on the Fenix, it says 0 volts, 0 amps. Not sure where you're going with that. Battery test on the Fenix. I know it fails every time we do it the first time. Via Fenix, -10, flaps 1. Let's go. Downgraded to first year, first FO. Full reserve. Oh no, please no. Look at that shot though. What is the max limit for passenger comfort? What do you mean, Jedi? Max limit for what? Boarding? 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, we're coming down to 6,000. Yep, turbulence is still realistic. So we'll do one turn in the hold here, get down to 6,000, then we'll proceed inbound. Go ahead, set magic barrel ref key, 1014, 1014, 1014. We're getting ready to go through 10,000 feet. Let's get our Chinese speed brakes on. No ATC, so we'll turn on the rest of our lights. Entering the hold at Dorbu. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357, entering the hold over Dorbu. As published, out of 11.8, descending 6,000. Wellington traffic. Alright, we're in the hold. We're trying to slow and go down. It's having a hard time here. Oh, look at the windmills down there. How cool is that? Have I ever used Expedite in the real airplane? Yeah, only to freak out the FOs, just to show them what it does, and then we never touch it again. We never use it. I've never used it in the practical sense of like using it for a reason. The only time I've ever used Expedite in the airplane is to demonstrate what it does. Because most of the time, most FOs, I've never used it because we just don't teach it. We just don't. We don't teach it. Now we're about to, let's do this. Let's do an open descent so we don't overspeed here. We're out of 10, 9 for 6. There's the airport down there. That region is known for its wine? Ooh. Oh my gosh, the reflection off the
Traffic,
wing.
Douglas, Romeo, Charlie, Lima, holding east of the airfield. 4,000 for 2.5.
Look, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Please don't crash. That is awesome. That view right there. That was stunning. Alright, 7.8 for 6. Hopefully, yeah, I think we'll just make this one turn in the hold. Oh my gosh. This is, let me get out of this hacked window. That is one of the most beautiful things I've seen in Microsoft to date. Look at this. That is breathtaking. Gustavo. Come on, man. You gotta try the sim, my friend. Look at this. When selecting open descent, it will prioritize the speed, Mark. So it'll go idle thrust and it will prioritize the speed by pitch. So therefore it will slow down. So it was trying to maintain a faster, it was in speed mode. By going into open descent mode, I changed the logic of the vertical profile and it said, hey, he wants to be at 210. So instead of coming down faster, it began to level off. So the speed would decrease and then it's going to continue back on profile at idle thrust. Your home is Wellington, Max? That's awesome. This is some serious Microsoft Kool-Aid right here. Okay, so we're going to exit after we turn inbound. We're 210 knots. We've already flown through the approach phase. I'll tell you what, let's go. There's traffic coming. Let's go direct Dorbu right now. Direct Dorbu. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357, 6,000 feet, turning direct Dorbu inbound for the RNAV 16 approach, Wellington. All right, we're turning inbound. Let's see if we really freak it out. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, we need our LS push buttons on. It's correct because we're in FLS mode. So this is what I was talking about. Your FMA gets really convoluted on this. So we're F glide slope, F lope. This is an FMS computed glide slope, FMS computed localizer. We're doing an FLS approach or F approach. They're both blue. And where'd my other constraints go? They're still on there, but it's kind of weird that it cleared out those two, isn't it? I thought there was a constraint at 509. Let's look at the chart. Oh no, there isn't. It's just max 6,210, so we're looking good. We're still looking good. We'll go back into plan mode. We're really getting into the automation here of the box for the Fenix. So, in theory, because we have 6,000 set and we're armed, we don't have to set anything lower. We should be able to pick up the descent there at Dorbu, and we should be able to go in. I am going to set a hard altitude of 3,000 initially, though, for 416, which is at 3,000, which is right there in the turn. So just in case, I don't even think, the way the airplane's set up right now, I think we would be fine by not even setting that, but I'm going to set 3,000 just in case it doesn't go into a descent profile at Dorbu. We can force it down because we want to be on path. But right now we're 210 knots, flaps 1. Oh my, stunning. You just landed on 310, winds were 070 at 13. All right. FLS, yeah, is an option on the EFB. So if you're wondering, what is this FLS he's talking about? If you go to your Fenix settings and you go to airline modifiable information. So everything is on except auto TCAS for this aircraft right now. So turn everything on, nav and go around, so we should be able to go straight into nav mode when we punch out and we go around on this approach. But FLS, this is the option here. If I didn't have FLS on, it would be doing a final app. We'd be in final app mode. You'd see final blue and app blue, or final app nav. But right now, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. But right now we're in FLS approach. And I tell you what, for the next one, if we go missed, we will do a final approach mode. All right, we got to pay attention though. Let's see. We're about to hit Dorbu inbound. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357, Dorbu inbound, RNAV X-ray 16, Wellington. Becoming more of a crosswind. We'll see. I kind of want to just punch out on the go around just to do another approach down here because it's so juicy. In the real aircraft, Gary, it'd be perf approach page. Perf approach page. Right, it'd be right here where it says final. So this is saying, so this is kind of, I think this is incorrect. I don't know. I have to double check. It should say final. This is it saying what type of final mode do you want? And you would be able to select F approach or final lap. I think. Alright, we're Dorbu inbound. You see how it didn't go down? So let's go ahead and open descent. 3,000. Thrust out of open descent. Now I think we were doing RNP, it would have captured that. That's the difference. I think that's the difference here. Don't quote me. I don't know if that's correct or not. I just know for a fact in the certain instances you can select what type of approach you are going to do here. You can select FMS, FLS, or you can select final lap mode. Right now we've selected the FLS mode, which means we have to get ourselves down to intercept this like an ILS. It's not going to do it like an RMP. We're also going to need to slow down and get down. We're going to be high and fast on this approach, I can tell you right now. But we're going to probably go around anyway. Let's see, the only way we're going to be able to do this is we drop the gear. Let's go gear down. Gear down, I have the speed brake. So you see what's happening is because we're doing FLS, now we've got the FLOC. FLOC has been captured, but it needs to capture the vertical profile. So we have to get it down to intercept this FLS glide slope. Let's go VFE next minus 10, flaps 2. Recording is on. Gustavo says, do you know which one you can select the type of RMP approach? Tolis. And with the right performance, like the ancient Byzantines. Gustavo. I know, man. All right, here we go. Speed, F glide slope. It's captured it. It's also freaking us out here. All right, F glide slope, F float is captured. So now we are on the FLO. Wow, look at those windmills. Oh, this is cool. Yes, fighter, I fast forwarded 12 hours. We'll see what the winds are again across the threshold, and then we'll go around. All right, we're 2,000 feet, 180. Let's go ahead and configure up for landing. And VFE minus 10, flaps 3. Wow, look at that. VFE next minus 10, close enough. Flaps full. Arm the speed brakes. Spoilers armed. Landing checklist. Cabin crew advised. Auto thrust to speed. ECAM memo. Landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Wellington traffic. New Zealand 357 turning about an 8-mile final. 1-6 Wellington. There's traffic on the final there. Oh wow! Look at the lighting out here. This is a beautiful area, man. All right, direct 15-knot tailwind. Hey, aircraft on final. You got a pilot report for the winds down there?
1,000.
1,000 feet stable, clear to land.
030 with 12 knots, New Zealand 221.
Thank you. All right.
1,000.
1,000 feet stable, clear to land. Here we go. Flight recorder is recording. Ooh, a little spicy on the tailwind here.
Wellington traffic, speedbird 7 turning on a 10-mile final for runway 16.
I don't like that approach speed. We're going to bump it up. We're going to go 140. I'm going to give myself 2 plus
Wellington,
3 is 5. I'm going to myself another 5.
Sorry. New Zealand 959 following the Speedbird 5 miles behind it, track for 16.
There can only be one speedbird.
There is only one Speedbird.
All right, autopilot's off. We're going to hand fly it. We'll leave the auto thrust on because I'm still enjoying the new auto thrust on the Fenix. Let's see how she handles. We're at 15-knot tailwind right now. 15-knot tailwind. I need to turn my brightness down a little bit. Just like a real airplane. 16. It's flat. It's going between 13 and 16 on the tail.
Wellington traffic, Douglas.
Ground speed,
Romeo
160.
Charlie Lima. We're going to make right traffic into runway 34 behind all the jets, landing the wrong way. Wellington.
The only guy doing it right is in a DC-6. Go figure. Yeah, we're at 12 knots. 15 knots.
100 above.
We'll see how it performs on the go-around. I want to see it go around on this. 16
Minimum.
knots. Well, what do you think, Cap? Yeah, we got 12 knots on the tail. Let's go around. Go around flaps. Toga SRS nav. Go around flaps. Flaps 3. Positive rate. Gear up. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357 on the go around 16. Listen to those engines. That's so realistic. They did a really good job at tuning them in, getting them tuned up just right. All right, there's acceleration out too, lower the nose. Positive trend. Thrust climb, open climb, navin, flaps 1. Speed checks, flaps 1. 2 for 3. We'll go ahead and go autopilot 1. We'll stop that recording. I'm going to save it. This is Wellington, go around, saved. Max is what, 15 knots? Is like the actual limitation is 15? Speed out star.
Wellington traffic, Douglas, Romeo Charlie Lima, right downwind, retreat 4.
Let's go flaps of 0. Disarm you, after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist is complete, so we're in the go. Everything else seemed fine. We're going to recycle now for the next approach. We'll maintain, let's do this. We're going to select speed, we'll maintain 210, maintain 3000, and we're going to fly present heading, 150. We're going to do some work here in the box. So we're going to come in here, we're going to flip it around. Arrival, approach, we need to do the RNAV. What approach do you want to see? Let's,
Wellington traffic, New Zealand 604 is 4 miles, right base for runway 16, Wellington.
alright, so we need to land 3-4. RNP Yankee 3-4? Oh yeah, we can do that one. That's a very simple LNAV VNAV. RNP Zulu 3-4. Same deal. That's just an LNAV. RNP Yankee 510, we'll do this one. RNP Yankee off of UGMA.
Wellington traffic, speedbird 7 going around.
RNP Yankee 3-4, or RNAV Yankee 3-4.
Wellington, New Zealand
No star. Approach via
2 miles for
UMAG.
6.
UMAG 1 or UMAG 2? How about UMAG 1? UMAG 1 looks good. It's right there. We'll insert you. We'll dial the range
Hey,
down.
Okay, everything's backwards down here, right?
Let's clear
Yep, it's
PPAWs.
all
So we're going to go flight plan. We're going to go clear URSS. Clear Whiskey November 516. Insert. So now we're cleaned up.
Absolutely.
And we're going to go out on this heading. We're going to cycle back. We'll go direct to... We'll cycle ourselves in here for a straight in. We probably don't even need the whole... Yep, we're going to land 3-4 now. We're going to land 3-4 now. 15 demonstrate. If it's an old bird, it should be 10 knots. I want to say our SOP is a hard 15, Gustav. I'm trying to... I should know that. I think it's a hard 15. I think 10 for takeoff and 15... Or I got that backwards. 15 for takeoff, 10 for landing. Yeah, we have an SOP hard limit across the fleet. 10 and 15.
Wellington traffic, New Zealand 604, crossing ridge at 2000 on the 8-mile final, runway 16.
All right, let's reactivate the approach phase. Barrel for the RNAV 3-4 Yankee, LNAV VNAV, category C, 560.
Wellington traffic, Douglas, Romeo Charlie Lima, turning right base at 1,500, retreat 4.
Oh, I don't want F approach though, so I'm going to show you the difference. I wonder if I can, hopefully this doesn't crash the sim. All right, so I turned that off, so now we're back to regular old RNAV. There's no F approach. So let's go direct to UGMA with no hold, insert.
A320 is going to race
And then we're going to go immediate exit. Oh, we're not in it yet. I want to go to the second
I'm taking
Umaga.
my sweet time over here, man.
No hold. Still giving me the hold. We'll see here.
Yeah, I got a 16 knot.
Umaga.
Probably going around.
Umaga. All right. Yeah, no soft go around on the
I looked it
CEO.
up. The DC-6 can do 5 on the tail.
Let's go flaps 1. Speed checks flaps 1.
Actually, might be outside looking here.
Principal touchdown of gusting around 18 to 20 knots.
Roger. At least it looks good.
I'm going to do this in heading mode. We'll get a little more
Sure
bank
does.
out of it. Alright, let me go back to my
And Wellington
approach.
traffic, Douglas Romeo, Charlie Lima, 10 miles to the
Booton?
south, 1,500 turning final for tree 4.
The final is Roseanne, so New Zealand 347 direct Booton. Insert. Arm you. Approach is armed. Final app nav. We're at 3,000 feet, so we are already, well, a little bit low for Umaga, but we're looking good. New Zealand traffic, or Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357, 3,000 feet. We're about 7 miles from Booteen, set up for a straight in 3-4, Wellington. Alright. Everything looks good. We'll cancel you. Wow, that looks illuminated. It's not, shouldn't be illuminated. Let's turn down this a little bit. Alright, we're looking good now. We're looking good. James, I don't know why you were the only one that landed that direction. Looks like we got traffic and final on side over there. Turn on our lights. Oh, you know what? Do you guys want... that's right. I was going to turn off the office lights, but I can't reach the switch from here. Tactical flip-flops are blocking me. Highest speed you taxi is PIC, 30 knots. 30 knots is max. You get tattletaleed on after 30 knots. Ground speed.
Market traffic is 604 going around.
Performance has been great, Pierre. Performance has been absolutely great on this airplane. All right, we're direct Booteen at or above 2,000, 170 knots. So let's see how good we can time this here. 3,000 feet, we're level. We need to slow 30, 40 knots. 3 miles, we should do it. So wait till we hit 3 miles exactly, and then I'm going to dial in 170. 1, 2, and 3. 3 miles, dial in 170. And let's make sure that we are indeed activated. We are. Oh, this is a real world thing too. This will screw you. Clear that out. VAP 137.
Wellington traffic is 0604 is climbing.
VFE next minus 10, flaps 2.
Wellington.
Alright, he's in the mist. I got him in sight.
Traffic, Douglas Romeo, Charlie Lima, 5 miles out for tree 4. We're going to hustle for all the jet traffic.
Alright. We're speed,
Nah, man, take
final
your
lap.
time.
See the difference? This is now we're not FLS. This is the
101 knots. So.
this is the final app version. This is your traditional RNAV in the Airbus. So instead of FLS, we're in final lap mode. This is the different method. Look at that, 170. Man, it's almost like we know how to fly an Airbus. 170 knots, right at Booteen. Starting inbound. We're also going to slow to final just because we got a DC-6 on final. So let's go ahead and configure all the way up. Recording is on for the second approach. Gear down, spoilers armed. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357. We just turned 7 mile final for 3-4. We're slowing to final approach for the props. VFE next minus 10, flaps 3. Props are for boats. VFE next minus 10, flaps full.
Wellington traffic, Cedar 7, we are 6 miles from Bhutan and we'll...
Yeah, wingnut.
replace it.
Exactly. We get a little tattletale at 30 knots. 31 knots officially. Alright. But if you leave the spoilers deployed and the flaps in config full after you roll off the taxiway, you could maybe allegedly taxi faster than 30 knots because it still thinks you're in rollout mode and no one will tell on you, but you never heard that from me. Shh. Secrets. Trade secrets, my friend. Alright, here we go. Recording is on. Traffic's in sight. This guy's taking his sweet time. Since it is a RNAV, we're going to go ahead and turn off that flight director because I'm going to turn off my flight director. In fact, we've done enough autopilot flying. Autopilot's off. Give me the birds. Birds in chat, please. We're going to fly this. Complete hand flowing. Match and mash on the throttles, right about 55%. Auto thrust is off. That's me. Runway in sight. Clear to land, down to land. Let's go. That guy is still on final. I don't know if that DC-6 is... Are you a DC-6 or a helicopter?
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell sometimes. Hey,
Dude.
It doesn't feel like it's moving.
I know. I know. He's just been in one spot the whole time. All right, you can see we've got a little deviation, vertical deviation donut there. That's an additional aid here from the... it's not a GPS glide slope or anything like that. It's just a vertical deviation indicator. Helps aid you with the centerline fix or going to a runway that doesn't have any approaches. So even though we've got the flight directors off, I still have somewhat of a guidance, but don't confuse it with a glide slope. It is not a glide slope.
Good. Thanks, sir. And Wellington traffic, Douglas, Romeo, Charlie, Lima. We're going to vacate immediately to the left. Good luck, guys.
Ah. Wellington traffic, New Zealand 357. We're 2-mile final for 3-4. Wellington.
Watching you on YouTube. 348.
LS mode should go off,
traffic,
yeah.
Douglas, Romeo, Charlie, Lima, clear 3-4.
We had that on for the FLS approach. But contrary to popular belief, the airplane won't explode on landing if you have the LS push button on. Ooh, we're losing a little bit of our headwind component there. Let's juice it up.
Minimum
Landing.
500.
It is a little gusty down here. Nothing like having awesome scenery at nighttime. Ooh, we're gonna have to practice our crosswind landing technique.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Okay. Oh, see, it did it again. I was trying to catch that nose. All those lights popping in last second were a little bit trippy. That one's a little wonky. That one was a little wonky again. We're all right. I don't think we smashed, but I don't think that was pretty. That was that secondary pitch up again. We'll have to dissect on replay. I did better with 30-knot crosswinds yesterday when we were testing.
Night, Willie.
No any builds today. I will save that. App reviewer, I thought it did.
8.5 miles.
But apparently not, because on the test I did a test, but I did it with. I wonder if it has something to do with headwind, because on the test it was with the direct crosswinds. We'll have to see. We'll clean it up though. Let's get the dome light on so we can see what we're doing. I hate night simming. Should wind the time back. We got to go over to that side too, don't we? Nailed it. Need to go bake some muffins. Here, I'm going to wind the time back so we can see this guy's landing. Oh no, we can park over here to the left. We're pretty nose up on that one too. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to assess in the replay. Oh yeah, speed bet. Aviator Nick coming in with a $10 super chat. Aviator Nick, appreciate you. Thank you for that. This is welcome. We thank you for flying Air New Zealand today to Wellington and for a great stream. Matawa. Aviator Nick, thank you so much. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Very kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Speedbird is down. All right, we're going to take it right into the gate.
Wellington traffic speedbird 7 vacated from runway 24.
We're not going to do deplaning and all that nonsense. We're just going to go right into the replays. We'll take this one.
Wellington traffic, 0604 is 8 mile final runway 34. Wellington.
A little wanky, but a nice butter in the end. Well, it wasn't quite a butter. You guys said it was a 310? We'll see. We'll have to assess. I want to assess the replay on that. I feel like landing yesterday when we did our crosswind testing, I didn't have that pitch up issue after we added that reactivity. So maybe the only thing that's changed is the headwind component. Oh, we were supposed to stop at the other line. Oops. Well, I had a few sims in a 320, so basically a 737 pilot, so that's okay, we park on that line. Mateo, just in time for the replay. Indeed you are. Indeed you are. We have someone on final, let's go take a look. There's the speed bed. We got another final traffic here. What is that on final? Who's on final? Where are the numbers at? I almost just want to do a
5 mile final runway 34.
5 mile final. Good night. I almost just want to take off and do some landing pattern here in this wind condition. Just do a quick circuit. Let's see. Yesterday, and Chatham said it was on him to fix the pitch thing. Probably a flight model bug. Maybe. I think it is. It's so weird because I thought I did 2 landings before the stream, and I was like, oh yeah, that reactivity nailed it. No more of that pitch up. But it reared its ugly head again on this one. Can we maintain FD until we land in final app mode? No. You're supposed to turn your flight directors off. Well, that'll depend on the airplane that you were in, too. It depends on the equipment that you have.
Traffic, Delta 34 heavy, 5 mile final behind the landing traffic.
What was that crosswind in knots, or crosswind in knots? Wasn't much crosswind. It was only, I don't know, it was a 15 to 16 knot quartering headwind. So, I don't know, cut it in half, maybe 8 knots.
Wellington traffic,
Just let the nose slam into the ground. Is it induced or does it pitch up on its own? Well, I thought it was on its own. I thought it was on its own, but it almost feels like it's induced when I try to save that nose from coming down. Because in the real airplane, like I said, when you flare it, touch down, the nose will naturally want to come down. So I kind of catch it, hang it.
So much nicer than on the tail.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll analyze the replay. We'll see how this guy does. We'll see how this guy does here. You didn't pitch up at all, Team Vodka? So maybe it's just a... I don't know. Mickey G, good to see you. Mickey G in the house. Did I miss a smasher? We're all standing by to replay. I don't... It was ugly, Mickey. It was an ugly one. It was another... What was weird, what was more weird to me was that we drifted right of center line. I was fully anticipating to go left, which we should go left because the wind's from the right. But we'll see. We will see. We'll analyze the replay here. We'll analyze it. We'll analyze it. Let's see how this guy smashes it. He looks like he has no winds on.
Losing traffic, Delta 34 heavy, 3 mile final.
Oh, that was perfect. Oh, it was. Now he's off. He's completely off. That was greasy. But he did like me. He landed on the left side of the center line. It was almost perfect, but in the flare, he went left of center line. I think we touched down over here, right? Didn't we touch down right of center line with our nose to the left? Which is complete opposite behavior that I would expect with this wind. All right, one more. What's that? Is that the big boy? Oh, yeah, 350. 350 big boy coming in, and then we'll watch the replay. Nick, yeah, I think it should stop. The 350 should stop. The crosswind thing is off. I also had the nose weathercocking out of the wind. Yeah, it's weird. App review in the real plane, it wouldn't go back up, just hold steady. Yes, it will settle. But in the real, it's not to be confused with the spoiler and reverser deployment. When the spoilers deploy, especially when the spoilers deploy, there is a pitch up moment. And that's why you have to be really careful if you do a bulk landing and a go around, because if you pitch up additionally as those spoilers are deploying in the middle of the smash, you will pitch up further than anticipated, and that's where you get a tail strike. It can happen very fast. There's actually one video on YouTube of a 320 tail striking. It's just like, how did he tail strike? It didn't even look that bad. But it was a combination of a little bit high pitch and then the spoilers coming up, and then they just drag the tail. Ooh, he's coming. He's got to put it down on the threshold. Ooh, that was firm. That was firm. There you go, Wingnut. Wingnut, please bid 350 and send me pics. That 350 is just juicy looking. That was juicy. Yeah, he's got plenty of room to stop. Plenty, plenty, plenty. All right, let's get into our replay. We're going to disconnect from Vatical Sim. We're going to go back into the airplane right here. We're going to go flaps to full. We'll watch the landing first. Firm and short, just like my... Is Wingnut a 7.3 NG burner account? No, it's not. That'd be funny, though. All right, let's see how we did here. Let's go ahead and zoom it forward. I should have landed in daytime. Night landings in the sim suck. All right. Full view. See what we did here. 17, 18 knot, quartering headwind. All right, so when I decrab, the airplane should come nose left, and it should want to blow to the left here.
50, 40, 30.
There's the
20,
decrab.
retard.
And look, we just go to the right. And there's the pitch up again. And another one. You see that? Does my stick move? Hold on. Can I watch the stick move in the sim? No. What about flight controls? Do they move? Hold on.
Too low. Terrain.
Alright, we can watch the flight controls. Let's watch the flight control page. There we go. Let's watch this. I'm going to zoom it in so you can see the display. Let me put this in this mode there too. So you can barely see the runway, but I want to look at this. I want to look at this. Yeah, it was another close. Ooh, maybe unrealistic turbulence playing a factor. It could be Vladimir. Maybe that
100.
is part of it.
40, 30, 20, retard.
There's no way I'm holding full up elevator. Look at that. Why is the elevator full aft? There's no way. There's no way I'm holding full aft stick. There's no way. No way. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, see that pitch right there? But there's no way. There's no way that I'm holding full aft stick. Yeah, it should have been very close to tail strike. Tail strike number 2. Ooh, close, but no tail strike. Right, maybe right here? No. No, it never hit the tail. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? Hold on. What's what we're gonna do? We're back in the sim. We're gonna go flaps 2. We're gonna go back to normal. Can I reset brake temps in this? Is there a brake temp reset? I don't think there is. I think they got rid of that. Ground services. Nope. You know what we're gonna do? Clear the, oh, on the CDU, thank you. Alright. Done. This is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna change anything else. Initialize weights. We are 33.5 and 31.2. We're gonna do one lap in the pattern here. Hold on. Hold on to your butts. Excuse me. Dying. Here we go. We're going to do this again. We're going to try this one more time. Alright, there we go. We'll keep it live. We'll do the flight control cam. Whoever said that, good idea. I'm not going to change any winds or anything yet. How do I put it on the upper one? Oh, I don't think I can put it on the upper one. I'll put the flight control cam on, Vladimir, when we're on final. I'll throw the flight control cam on when we're on final. Oh yeah. Let me get Fly Live off so you can see full runway. Get some visual landing practice today. Science or muffins? Oh yeah, at muffins that gotta happen today. Okay, we only get one shot at this. All right. We're gonna do maybe 2 times. I'm gonna go with the. I don't know if it's a turbulence setting or what, because I'm telling you, it didn't do that when I did a pre-stream landing. I was trying to figure out the reactivity, and I was like, oh, reactivity. Because look, this feels so real to me. Roll it in, and boom. Now, there's a little bit of a, like, initial jerk I've noticed sometimes. I think that was already talked about. Like, initially, it's a little bit too firm. But, like, roll in the side stick. Like, that seems very realistic to me. You're commanding a roll rate and G load with the side stick. That's what you're commanding. And that feels very realistic with this reactivity. So I'm happy with it. I'm gonna go up here, pitch up 10 degrees. I'm very happy with my side stick settings. So we're gonna figure out how to land this thing right now. Let's go gear down, short approach, VFE next, flaps 3. Here we go. Jared, APU on is the preferred method. Unless you're at an airport where the APU is restricted, then you're going to be SOL. Yep, and I do a deal like 137 on the approach. We need to come down, see how far out are we. That's where you need track IR. Yeah, we got to get down. Dive, dive. All right, I will record for analysis as well. Recording is on. I'm not going to save the other one. We saw it. It looked wonky. I still have the go-around saved. We'll save the go-around for the end of the stream. No worry, Jared. Need a muffin emoji. Alright. Where's this runway at? Perfect. Alright, 1,000 feet, let's go. Don't speed, speed, speed.
Speed, speed, speed.
Speed check. Alright, everything's armed, cabin's ready. I'm gonna go flight control cam on the main screen. Should have been doing this yesterday, is what we should have been doing. I'm just gonna hold 700 feet here until we are on the path. For science. Problem is I won't be able to see my wind vector, but we know it's a quartering headwind. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna let it see the wind pulling in here. Alright, so we got a quartering headwind just like before. We're getting Egypt whiz because we don't have anything in the database. It's fine. Alright, let's try this again. V2, I'll get that in a second. Thank you for the dono.
$100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Now let's go around. A little bit floaty. That one was fine. Go around flaps. Dragging the tail up. I know. I know, I know. I mean, that one felt fine. Positive rig, gear up. Bizarre. Had some super weird trippy behavior when landing yesterday with settings on medium. Might not be linked, but back to low and no problems anymore. Alright, well, thank you for the 35 dono there, V2 plus 10. I appreciate that. What we will do is we are going to go ahead and turn the turbulence setting to low then. Just to see. Just to see. Because I think it might have something to do with the wind. With the head, especially because we got this headwind component now. So let's go ahead and change it right now. We're going to go assistance options, piloting, turbulence, and let's go ahead and turn it. Let's turn it. Is it off? I'll go low. I'm going to see, without changing anything to my side stick, let's see how the behavior is on this one. Let's just see if it has any change in the landing behavior. There she is. Make short approach. .136. Nice little balloon up there, though. That's realistic. Alright, I'm trying to make this one a short approach. JTF Mud, you might be onto something. Let's see what happens here.
$1,000.
busy looking down. Alright, let's see if we can save this. I love the engine sounds though. Just how when you move them a few N1, like you can really hear the N2. Like that's really good, really good. Or it might be a little higher on this one. I'm not too worried about the touchdown zone. I'll try to get it, but I don't want to do things too crazy. I'm focusing on the post-touchdown effects here.
$40, $30, $20, retard, $5.
Right when I see, yeah. So if you touch it, if you touch it going aft, it'll pop out on you. I don't know. I mean, I can't say it's whatever that when I go into reverse or the spoilers deploy, I think it has to do with the spoiler deployment. I think it has to do with the spoiler deployment. It's gotta be. Alright, let's see. This was the first one. Let's move it forward here. This was the first one where we did the go around. Let's watch it from outside. So that's me trying to get left or right aileron. Floated down. See right there, even oh, that was when we tried to go around. I don't know. Like that didn't look all that bad. Yeah, we dragged the tail, I know. Ooh, smasher. See right there, look. So that right there is not that. So even on this one, so we smashed this one. We didn't bounce. I don't think it was a smasher enough to bounce. But watch after the airplane has already settled. Watch what happens to the nose. See right there. It started to go back up on me. I don't know. Don't know. Here's the crazy thing, though. Wow, look at that scenery. It looks amazing. Let's watch it from, like, here. So, you know what's crazy about all this, though? I can't sit here and tell you that the inputs I'm putting on the stick, I don't feel are unrealistic. I don't feel like I'm trying to do anything that I wouldn't do in the real airplane. Like, I feel like it feels good. But it's that after touchdown, something happens. Right there. See it? I don't know. It correlated with my hand? I don't know. You know what's even more crazy? Call me super crazy. I still think it feels more realistic. I still think it feels better than the V1. Because before, you had zero lateral control on touchdown. I've got complete lateral control. Sometimes I lose lateral control here. The wind physics are weird. So we talked about the decrab lesson yesterday. This airplane should start to want to move to the left, which would make me want to use right aileron here to keep the wing down and keep the lateral position straight over the center line. That doesn't really happen, but I can understand that being a simulation problem with Microsoft. So I'm not too upset about that. See, I got a little left there. Now the airplane should be weather vaning to the right. I mean, look, that was a perfectly smooth touchdown. I mean, that one was pretty good. Maybe it's just a skill issue. Hell, I don't know. I cannot say. The only thing I can say definitively is that The only thing that I can say definitively is that there is some sort of pitch up moment after touchdown. That's not realistic. I think the rest of it, I think we just got to get used to flying this airplane again, because I don't know. That's my consensus. I'm still happy with it. I don't think it's the sensitivity settings. En route, flying around, everything feels just like the real airplane. It's right there on that touchdown. Something gets wonky. Something gets wonky on touchdown. Mid-skill issue, V1, are you a boomer? No, I'm not. I don't know. We'll see, though. I think it was still a good stream. What do you guys think? I think it was fun. Thank you for the great stream. Thank you, Runar. Appreciate you. We're going to keep flying it. We're going to keep flying it. We're going to keep at it. I'm not going to adjust my sensitivity settings. I'm really not. I'm leaving them straight linear. And I'm leaving that 85% reactivity because I think that feels very realistic to the real thing. I think maybe just landing in the winds. I think maybe it has something to do with winds. Maybe it has something to do with winds. The problem is between the yoke and the chair. Yep. But hey, either way, I'm still loving the update on V2. I think it's a great job. And who doesn't want a little bit more challenge, right? Maybe we need to challenge ourselves a little bit more. We got a new challenge. We got the V2 to learn how to land. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm off to make some muffins. Stay safe, stay healthy. Roberto, I'm going to shoot you an email, my friend. 767 throttle this fall. Fingers crossed. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the donos, the super chats, the bank angle checks. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Soup!